All right, thank you so much for sticking with us. We continue with this morning show. This is Good Morning Kenya. My name is Aguko. If at all you've just joined us, you are just in time for the next conversation of the day. And this is entrepreneurship. When you want to start a business, there are so many things that always come into play as matters concerning entrepreneurship is involved. We shall be talking about such things, challenges in business, starting a business, and so on and so forth. Well, today in this conversation, I am with Hafeez Virani. He is the founder of the Flying Snack Company.
Thank you for having me, Rom. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. We're trying our best. We're pushing through.
Thank you so much. Now, before we even delve further, I want you to tell me about the Flying Snack, what it's all about. Because I know we have the Flying Snack Company and its product, Pilot Snack.
Exactly.
Okay, what is it all about?
Well, the Flying Snack Company is all about manufacturing the highest quality snacks countrywide at the most affordable prices with the best quality packaging. That's what we do. We're trying to target all segments of the market, from the key retail segment and also the mass market segment. Yes.
So we're looking at different types of snacks, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we do corn puffs. We do corn puffs. We manufacture corn puffs in different flavors, in different sizes. But of course, the size varies as the market does.
Both wholesale and retail?
Everything. We do the general trade and we do to the key retail.
How did you start this business?
Look, there was no, initially we just imported machinery. That's how we started. And because it was difficult to sell the machinery, we got into the business ourselves.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
That's how we initially started.
You know, for many Kenyans, there's this challenge of starting a business. I mean, they say, you know what, there's no capital, there's no money, there is no one to help me, there is no support system, there is no resource, there are no machines. Your thoughts in regards to that? Did you face such kind of obstacles?
Most definitely. Most definitely I did. Because it was a startup. Of course, initially we didn't have as much backup as we do today. But definitely I did face those issues, no doubt.
Okay.
Yes.
And how did you come against them? You know, let's talk about capital first.
Okay. The reality is that in business, in order to get people on board, you need to give them a reason to come on board. Initially, we didn't have a reason. We were a small company. We started in a small room, and we grew from there.
Size like this studio?
Smaller than this. I can say half of this studio.
Half of this studio?
Yes. We started in half of this studio. We had about 3 employees working in the whole company. I was the salesperson, and I'm still the salesperson until today. I was visiting all the key accounts, making new contacts. And so yeah, initially you need to start small. There's no question about that. And as you grow, people will now come on board.
Kenyans always have this complaint of capital. Maybe your advice to those watching us today, how can they fight such kind of a challenge and win when they are looking at the amount of money they have and they're saying, you know what, this isn't enough, I still need more?
You can start small. And even if you start a small trading business, for example, you can grow from there. But you must start small. It's very important. And it also teaches you the process. You learn a lot through the journey.
Yeah. Start small. Small steps are important.
Definitely.
The small wins.
Definitely.
Humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings, and you learn a lot. You learn a lot through the process.
And I'm looking at the support system that you had around you. What are some of those people that you know were there as your pillars?
First of all, I would like to give a very big thank you to my grandmother. May God bless her abundantly. She has been my main support system, and of course my mother. Those are the 2 main pillars behind me, I can mention.
Your grandmother and your mother?
Yes. In terms of role models, I have my grandfather, my father, and my uncle, who have taught me a lot through the process in their own ways.
Yeah, yeah. You share that they are also business-minded in their own way.
Yes.
And you decided to stand up in your own way also,
Exactly.
getting your own space.
Exactly.
When I'm looking at these support systems, many Kenyans always have this challenge of saying, you know what, I don't have anyone to hold my hand. I don't have anyone to support me. I don't have anyone who can show me the ins and the outs of entrepreneurship. Your thoughts on that?
There should be some balance, I believe. Meaning, it's important that you're also thrown in the deep end because you learn a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's important that you're thrown in the deep end and you learn by yourself how to swim. But at the same time, you need to feel that there is someone there for you, you know? It is important also, a mentor, a family member. Mentorship is very important. For example, me personally, I had been mentored by Azim Jamal a while back, initially. Just to get myself on my feet. It's a very tough journey. I cannot say that it's easy. It is not easy. But
and we should look for those mentors.
Exactly. It's very important to have a mentor to hold your hand behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah. And through that you have something to work. There's a blueprint that you can work with. Now, Hafeez, I'm looking at the aspect of you getting this business on the road, and getting your products out there. It must have been challenging getting it on the road. Some of those things that you faced there.
Very much challenging.
Yeah.
As you know, this is quite a saturated industry, so we had to find our gap.
There are big boys in the field already.
There's big boys. There's no doubt about that. But we're here, and we're here to win. There's no question about that. And we're not going to give up till the end. We're going to keep going. Yeah.
Some of those challenges, maybe just mention but a few.
Definitely market penetration is one of them. Penetrating the market, getting people to prefer your brand over the others, to select your brand over the other
Convincing
brands.
them.
Convincing them, of course. Convincing new clients, convincing new distributors. You know, initially no distributor wants to support you, because you're a new brand.
Yeah.
What they want to do is just push what moves.
What's already there.
Exactly. So the likes of edible oil, the likes of sukari, the likes of, you know, these fast-moving products.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They don't want, a distributor will not build your brand. You have to build your brand yourself from the ground. That's what many entrepreneurs need to understand. And a mistake I made several times. You need to go on the ground yourself. You need to talk, you need to have a face-to-face. You need to see the customer yourself and show them why your brand is different and why they should choose your brand over the others.
From this conversation, you love branding. It's part 100%.
of you.
It's part of you.
I love marketing.
Marketing.
That's my passion.
Tips, marketing tips, branding tips, maybe some that you used yourself?
Marketing tips, it's all about awareness. It's all about you know, attractiveness. And, you know, in this generation, digital is very big.
Yeah, online presence.
Is very big. It's not like it was back in the days. So we've got several ways we can now reach the end consumers. Yeah, so use all the ways possible. Traditional marketing, bottom the line, and above the line marketing too. Yes.
Many Kenyans always say, you know what, I'm not active on social media. I'm not active on Facebook or Instagram. Would you say that these particular platforms have played a key role in promoting your business and your voice to those who are saying, you know what, I'm not tech savvy?
100%. I mean, digital is the future. There is no question about that. So for sure, Instagram has played a big role. Facebook has played a big role, but also traditional marketing has played a big role. We cannot underestimate the power of word of mouth. That is one of the best ways to market your product, and it has been the best ways since our great-grandfathers.
Yeah. And people should take advantage of social media.
Definitely. They definitely should.
You can't just say, you know, I don't like Facebook, I don't like Instagram.
No, no, you must. If it's for marketing your product, it is very important. But it's also which market you're trying to target, you see?
Yeah,
Yes.
Know your target audience, your target market.
You need to know your target audience.
Your niche.
Exactly. So mostly with Instagram, Facebook, okay, there is a lot of new users from the low income to the middle income, but mostly it's like mid to high, I would say. And if you have a product that is targeting that specific niche, it is perfect to reach your audience.
And you manage to create your own market, your own target market.
Yes, definitely. Which is the mass market. Our main target market is the mass market. So traditional marketing also goes a very long way.
Goes a very long way.
Yes, it's the most important for us.
But even as we have this conversation, you mentioned earlier that there are mistakes you've made.
Definitely.
I know there must have been several mistakes. As you're going up the ladder, you must, take some steps, and then you slipped off. Just mention some of those mistakes you've made, those learning points that you acquired over the period of time you've been in the industry.
As I said, one of the main mistakes I made is opting to use other, like for example, use distributors to build my brand.
Okay.
When in reality, you have to build your brand yourself, and then distributors can facilitate, the deliveries and etc. of your product. Another mistake I made is definitely with debtors. There's no question about that.
You took loans? What?
No. I mean, like, I gave goods on consignment, and I never got paid for it.
Wow.
Yes. There is times that I gave my goods on consignment to market the product, and I never got paid for it. So please, guys, as startup entrepreneurs, be very careful with your debtors. Try and create a system where you are giving credit to reliable customers, but at the same time, you also have a cash business.
Yeah.
You have cash business also.
Sometimes family can also let you down. Yeah. I've seen some examples of people who have gotten into business, and then the debtors are actually their family members, and they take it lightly. That is just my brother. I know even if he doesn't pay, he's still my brother.
No, you have to be very careful. You have to be very sharp. That is the reality of things. You need to be on top of your debtors all the time, and you need to trust them 100%. Mostly, just when it comes to debtors, deal with reliable businesses.
Should someone take a loan in order for them to start a business, in your view?
Personally, we don't believe in loans. I personally, it depends, but it depends on the situation. It depends on the situation you're in.
Okay.
But if a loan is going to help you to get your business started up, then maybe it's the right thing for you to do.
That is if you've calculated your steps well.
Yes. And there is many business people who started today who started with a loan. And
they're doing well.
Yeah, many big business people, many big manufacturers started their business on loans. And today they're running multi-million-dollar enterprises.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
It is
as long as you've planned yourself well, I believe.
You have to plan.
But without financial planning and
it's very important.
Being financially woke,
yes,
you will end up having lots of loans and nothing coming in to pay back those loans.
Study your business very well. Study your niche. Know what differentiates you from the others. Know your value chain. Understand your value chain very well. And understand what makes you unique, not just to the customer, but the whole chain. So also what makes us different to the distributors, for example. Why do they choose our product instead of others? Probably because of a better margin, right?
Yeah.
Why do the kiosks prefer our product? Again, probably because of a better margin and a fast-moving product. And then the final consumer, the price has to be competitive.
Any other mistake you've made that you can remember? Mention one more.
Now
I'm putting you on the spot there.
maybe feeling at times, I mean, one of the lessons I can say, not mistakes, is that it's a marathon, not a race.
What do you mean?
It takes a lot of time. In business,
going up the ladder.
It takes a lot of time. It is not something that happens overnight. Definitely not.
Even breaking even is breaking even is not easy.
It is not easy. It takes time. It takes a lot of perseverance, a lot of patience. But just keep your goal in sight and don't give up.
So how long should it take for someone to say, you know what, after this period of time, I don't think I will ever break even in my business, that I should just drop it? Give me a rough period.
Look, it depends on the business also. It depends on the business that you're doing. For example, I'm dealing in, for example, in my case, the costs are quite high. In other people's cases, maybe the costs are not as high. And the costs play obviously they're a major contributor to breaking even. So to answer your question, depending on the business, I would say it takes about 3 years to build a business. 2 to 3 years to actually build a business that should sustain you, that should contribute to you and contribute to the society.
I love what you said at the end. Contribute to you and contribute to the society.
Yes.
How far has yours come when it comes to that part of contributing to the society, giving back to the community?
Well, definitely, we have several indirect stakeholders of our company which we're contributing to. And that's the Mama Kiosk, who is our main customer, the retailers, and of course the final consumers. And we've got huge plans for 2023 and how we're going to give back to our society. As you know, one of our pledges as a company is to give a percentage back to charity. Yes, that's one of our pledges.
You have a particular percentage?
Yes, we do.
Okay. How far are you with that?
Yeah, definitely. We do give back. Not necessarily always in money, but in samples, in education, for example, in different senses.
And you've managed to, have you managed to walk around and, establish, the grounds so that you can know where to give back to, what to do?
Definitely. As a business person, I can say proudly that, of course, there is a lot to learn. Life is a continuous learning process, but I have visited most of the markets that we're targeting. Yeah, I mean, I've visited most of the likes of Kibera, Kangware, Dandora, Umoja. I visited myself. I needed to see what is actually happening and how are we contributing, how is our product doing, of course, is it moving in the market, how is the team doing, are they penetrating the market?
You've moved in different places in Nairobi. Is that Kibera?
Kibera, I've moved. Kawangware, I've moved. Pipeline, I've moved. Tasia, Feda, Dandora. Kayole is a bit risky for me. So I've been told don't go to Kayole. Kibera, I had a bit of a funny experience also.
What happened in Kibera?
I was told to get out, but I was on a sales mission, but it's fine.
They chased you?
Yeah, they chased me. They told me, what are you doing here?
But you've got to sell them products.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. But it was a good market day, though. We sold a lot. I mean, in that particular time, I can say Kibera is a great market.
I hope you are safe. I hope nothing violent.
I had all my team. We normally go as a team. So we go and we, make our presence known in the market.
Must have been an experience there.
Yeah,
must have been an experience.
Definitely. No, it's amazing, and there's a lot to be seen in this beautiful country. That's what I can say. Kenya, the people, the country itself, having lived in quite a lot of countries, I can say Kenya is definitely one of, if not the most beautiful country for me personally.
And speaking of Kenya and the people, let's talk about the business environment. There are many who are saying, you know what, it's not a good time for businesses as we speak. What's your take in terms of the business environment in the country, and you know, how businesses are doing to be able to stand out on their own?
I think there is a good future in Kenya. There is prosperity to come. That's just what I feel. In terms of, okay, of course, at times dealing with the likes of, you know, this government, it's not easy. But there is a good future, and I believe Kenya is definitely going to be one of the, Nairobi specifically is becoming a hub in Africa. Yeah.
Yes, it is. And we are bringing in foreign investors.
There is so many foreign investors. There is so many. If you look at, even if you look at the top fastest growing companies in Africa, two of them, or I mean in the top 5, I think 2 of them, if I'm not wrong, are based in Kenya and started in Kenya. So what does that tell you? There is
we have the potential.
There is huge potential, and the people are good. Working with Kenyans is, I mean, if you get the right loyal people and you have your yeah, definitely it's important. The right loyal people, and you know, you establish a small family and grow together. Kenyans are great people, very hardworking. Go outside in the morning at 4:30 a.m. and you will see yourself. You will see, you know, casual workers are running to their work. What does that show you? That shows there is a lot of passion in the country.
I want to ask you one final question, because we are almost running out of time, about networking, and you know, your thoughts in regards to that. How networking has helped you to, you know, build your businesses, and how Kenyans can use that.
Look, your network is your net worth. So build your network as much as you can. As you know, when you're starting a business, I mean, when you're inheriting a business, for example, you're not inheriting the actual business, you're inheriting the network of customers,
the people,
and connections.
Yeah.
So it's extremely important, and you have to build relations. You have to build good relations with your customers. It is very important.
And don't take anyone for granted.
No one should be taken for granted, from the top to the bottom. Customer service is customer service, and the consumer is king, and the customer is king.
Yeah.
So you, as an entrepreneur, should not go with this, you know, no. Real entrepreneurs understand that from the top to the bottom, this is my customer, he is contributing to my business, and I appreciate it. Yes.
Love them, value them, receive them, talk to them.
And award them.
Award them?
Yes. If you feel that they are doing a great job, they are taking passion in your product, they are doing their best to push your product, award them.
Yeah.
Make them feel like, you know, they are playing a part, because they are. Yeah.
And through that, you create this bond with your consumers.
Exactly.
They won't drop your product.
They will not.
They will not.
They will not. There is many instances, for example, for me, that relationships have kept my business going. Yes.
I love that. Mr. Hafeez, I want us to bring this conversation to a close and give you time to have a final word to Kenyans. Talk to Kenyans watching you today. What would be your piece of advice?
My piece of advice to all the Kenyans is, first of all, stay focused. Don't get distracted in what the world has to bring. Just stay focused on your goal, and remember that direction is more important than speed, and never give up. Keep going. Even if you're starting small, even if you're starting as a small entrepreneur, remember that your dream is I mean, every entrepreneur starts small, and you can grow as much as you want to. As much as you desire to grow, you can grow. Every single entrepreneur started small.
I love that. You know, we sometimes think that once you start a business, it should start with a big bang.
No.
It's not always like that.
Dream big, fly high. That's our quote, actually. Dream big, fly high. It's dream big, fly high with Pilot Snacks, but...
I get you there. I get you there.
Yes. So just continue dreaming big, stay consistent, keep moving, and you will reach your goal. That's what I can tell the young Kenyan entrepreneurs.
Yeah, yeah. If someone wants to get a hold of you, how can they do that?
Okay, if they would like to get a hold of me, if they can reach out to us on 0746-118-568. If they're interested also in trading our products as stockists, they can reach out to us on 0746-118-568.
And of course, check them out also on their social media platforms,
Yes.
the Flying Snack.
At Pilot Snacks KE on Instagram and at Pilot Snacks Kenya on Facebook.
I wonder how you came up with that name, Flying Snacks.
Yes.
What's flying?
You know, we sat together, the partners, and actually it was not me who found that name. I will give credit to my father who actually gave that name, the Flying Snack Company.
Your father?
Yes, he's very creative.
I wonder what was in his mind.
And then Pilot Snacks, we just plugged it in, you know what I mean? If it's the Flying Snack Company...
There must be a pilot.
There must be a pilot. So the snacks are our pilot. They're steering us to our destination.
Wow. Wow. Hafeez, I wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you very
much. And I know that in the next 1 year or so, we'll be having a very different conversation on the impact you've made on the community and how the reception is. And maybe Kibra will be different this time around.
Definitely, I would like to say thank you very much for hosting me.
Thank you, my brother.
And it would be great to have you also part of our CSR activities to come. We'd like to invite you.
I would love to. Thank you. Thank you. I'd love to do that. Asante sana.
Thank you very much.
And of course, that is what brings us to the end of this conversation on matters entrepreneurship. This fine Tuesday morning, I was with Hafeez Virani, the founder of the Flying Snack Company. Their product is known as Pilot Snacks. All right, and it is on that note that we put a cap on matters concerning entrepreneurship. But Good Morning Kenya still continues right here on this fine Tuesday morning. My name is Aguko. We are taking a short break, but we'll be back in a bit.